I need to go to the gym tonight. What? What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. No, 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 no. No. Come on. There's nothing in here for you. There is nothing in here for you. You're in the way. You're in the way. My dog's got to be up in the way. Okay. No, there's really nothing in my makeup box that you need. There's absolutely nothing. There's absolutely, I swear, I swear. He like doesn't believe me. Let me turn my battles off. I tend to not battle a lot, especially like on TikTok. It's nothing against anybody on TikTok. It's just I don't know. I feel like people just do it to get gifted. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's a lot of the times why people do battles and whatnot online is they're like, hey, it's a way to make easy money, and it's like, I don't know. I just don't like it. I'll do it here and there to like meet people. You know what I mean? But like, I just don't. I don't. Hey, Ace, come here, baby, come here. Yeah, come sit down. You don't need to be walking where the cords are and where my makeup. You okay? Um, hi, hi, hi. Hi. Okay, 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 okay. I know, I know, I know. Stop! I don't want to play right now, honey. I don't want to play right now. All right. He's having way too much fun this morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome through. I was live for a little bit, and now we're doing this again. Hello. What is that? Paul, how are you? No, listen. You do not need to be where the cords are. You do not need to be where my makeup. Stop. I don't. Stop. I don't want. Stop. Ace, come on, man. Come on. I don't want to play. I do not want to. Stop. I don't want to play. Stop. 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 It's a. Hey. Get, oh my God. Get out of stuff. He's going to drive me nuts today. Stop. I don't. I don't want to play. I don't want to play. I just don't. I just don't want to play at all. Like he plays rough. He's still like a pup. You know what I mean? Get. Come on. Come on. Come on. You don't need to be into stuff. So he's like, gotta investigate every little thing, and he's gotta try to see if this tastes like something. And it's like, dude, stop eating shit. No, you need to listen. Get out of my makeup. Come on. Come on. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough. Hi, baby. Hi, Paul. What's going on? Hello, Ronnie. What's going on? Okay, I get it. I get it. I know. You need attention. I like attention too. Hello, Suresh. Guys, welcome through. Tap the screen for me like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. It is another lovely day on the internet. My doggy needs attention. He needs attention. So we do the weird news first thing in the morning. I have groceries coming in a little bit. So it's not going to be like an overly long stream, but we're still going to have some fun. So, and I like to do the weird news first thing in the morning versus like the normal news. The normal news I find very like sad. Like I find it very sad. Like it just isn't. I don't know. I don't. I don't. It's not my thing. Not my thing. Okay, hold on. Let me. For some reason, I have 8 million tabs open. Okay. Wow, that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So I said I do the weird news in the morning. The first one that I'm doing this stream, too much mayonnaise. There was a Subway worker who was pew-pewed because of a sandwich argument. Yeah, it was down in a Subway at Atlanta. Like I guess like you can always just take some mayonnaise off. You could always have them remake the sandwich. You know what I mean? Like you can always like that's like I'm not laughing because it's not funny, but it's just like what the fuck? Like it ain't that deep. Now the only subs you're gonna be eating is in jail. Like okay, so let's see. Let me go to a different page. No. All right. I'm going to find a good page today, guys. Welcome through. Tap the screen, like the live. I love it when people stop by to see me. Oh gosh. Apparently Texas is having poisonous asp caterpillar poisonous asp caterpillars. They're I'm like, like that sounds horrible. Like, that sounds horrible. Um there's a woman who she's currently being looked for. She called, or well, I don't know if she was there. It was at a Houston airport. You know, the B word that ends in B, like tongue twister, right? Like my caffeine isn't kicked in. Everything's a tongue twister right now. But so apparently there was a a threat of that at an airport, which by the way they're going to take super super seriously for good reasons. But she's accused of doing it to frame her ex boyfriend. Like, I'm sorry. Sometimes you look at people and you're like, what? Like, I always feel like secretly people know when they come across somebody that's like a serial unaliver because there's just something so off balance. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't imagine. Hi, Zahira. There we go. But yeah, yeah, I mean, that's pretty like serious. Like, if you are the type of person you look tough, oh, I'm definitely not, Paul. But if you're the person who when you go through a breakup, right, you find yourself driving by their house or you find yourself thinking about how you're going to nap them or you are thinking about how you're going to hi, what's going on, Phyllis? You're thinking about how you're going to get them. Like, you can't make anybody, like, if you're doing that shit, that's way too much. That's already like a toxic relationship. You might be, that doesn't mean the other person's a problem, that doesn't mean that you're the problem, that just means this is not fucking healthy. You know what I mean? It's not fucking healthy at all. Like, and I said I'm one of those people, like, I am feisty, but like for the most part, I'm pretty low key. I have my hit points like everybody else, but like I said, I'm pretty low key. Like, I really don't like to fight with people that much. Sometimes like me and my family butt heads and whatnot, but like for the most part, like I just don't. Hi, what's going on, Phyllis? How are you? So yeah, guys, welcome through. Tap the screen for me, like the live. I said we are live on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. I've been coming on here in the morning and just doing the weird news. Goodbye, goodbyes to here. Have a good day, dear. Um, wow. The next one is Ren. Yeah, and that's the thing is it's not it's definitely like a process. What is that, Phyllis? Like, it's a process, but it's like sometimes you got to just step back and be like, I love this person, but I also want to be healthy. You know what I mean? Like, like you can still love them, they can still love you, all that stuff, but sometimes it's like living with other people that really makes it like that's make or break it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you live with somebody, that's make or break it. Okay, so let's see. If you've been trying and it's like effort, like you shouldn't have to work to stay like in love. You shouldn't have to work to, you know what I mean? Like, it's like fucking toxic. Like, it doesn't mean that like you wish them any bad. I'm one of those people. I will 100%. I will try and try and try until something happens and I hit a wall, and then I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. And then there's just, if you've gotten me to that point, there's no going, all right, yeah, I gladly will. But like, once you get me to that point, there's like no going back. Like, that's it. There's no going back. I've never really been somebody that like was like, oh, my ex called me the other night, so I'm gonna know. If somebody's like really like, if they've done it, like, but I am. Let me backdrop. Thank you. I was gonna say it used to be my bed sheet. I got a new one. So I was like, let's do something with this. Okay. So there is a Houston janitor who apparently urinated in water bottles at a doctor's office. Who is, yeah, he's obviously in trouble. Like, I can remember, okay, so this is like a random story, right? My dad used to own an auto body shop, right? And once upon a time, like, when he owned the shop, once upon a time, people would literally go get a drink on their lunch break. Like, that was a very common thing where people would go and drink on their work hour and then go back to work. Now it's like a really, really big no-no. But there were a lot of people who, like, that's what they did, especially if in your like kind of podunk towns like I am. Like there's people that still do it to this day. I don't know if I can hang with all that. I got to be like in the mood to drink. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like a social. I don't drink at home. I'm just like, here and there I'll drink at home, but it's not really like some people, that's what they do every night. That is not my thing. Like, I go out a couple days a week, you know what I mean? Like, and nothing overly crazy. Like, I do have times where I've had times where I throw up in my driveway because I drank too much. That might have been within the last 3 months. Possibly. 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 I just like wine. See, I don't even really drink that. Like, I mean, I'll go to wineries with my mom. Like, my mom, she likes to go to wineries, so it's always like a 1 in the afternoon, you know. And like, I get so tipsy off wine. Like, I have my drinks. I know how many like I can normally drink. Like, you know, and it's like you go past that, man. I had there was like a couple weeks ago too, or like a month or two ago, where I don't even remember leaving the bar. Like, I wasn't driving, obviously, but like I don't even remember leaving. But so this guy that worked for my dad, right? He ended up like, my dad had me around all these guys when I was younger, like all these guys that like just got out of jail and all this shit. And he would have me like come to the shop and like hang out with him. There was there was a guy, because there was also a bar right across the street, right? So there was a guy who would go every day on his lunch break, and it started to get to the point where he was coming back and he was drunk. Like, not just like a little tipsy, not like unmanageable, but like where they're like, we got to get a sandwich or anything in you. Which, once again, now would be like, oh my god. How they're drunk at work. Back then it was like, here, get a sandwich, you need coffee. Like, they would sober you up, you know what I mean? Like, that's, which is wild to me. So my dad and all the other guys at the shop, right? Because then on top of it, this dude had a bottle of, I think it was like whiskey or something, in the fridge at work. And he would come back to work and start drinking it at work too, right? So they decided they were going to take like care of this. And the way that they took care of it was by peeing in his whiskey. All of them did. I mean, I guess it solved the problem. Like, I'm sure he had to go home that day because he was probably sick. Like, I mean, like, but yeah. So he went into the back room off of his break. He went into the back room. They heard him open the fridge, and then all they heard was, "This tastes like piss." I'm like, so why did he even have a bottle? Okay, 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 okay. Um, all right. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, apparently there was let's see, there's hold on. Houston woman gets car back from police after unknowingly buying a car reported stolen in Missouri. Okay, well, that's not that big of a deal. Okay. I was thinking I wasn't reading it right. Like, in my head, I was like, I don't think I'm reading this right. I have groceries coming in a little bit, guys. So I said this won't be oh my gosh, there's a rare raccoon that was spotted dumpster diving in College Station. It is like imagine a raccoon with really long legs and like really skinny and white. Like, that's exactly what it looks like. Like, it's got really, really, really long legs and it's really skinny. Like, that's interesting. I keep seeing this one like listed places, and there's actually a town in Japan, right? Who they are combating tourism by building a screen to block the view of Mount Fuji. I mean, I guess it makes sense. If they keep building hotels, nobody's gonna have a fucking view, right? Like, I mean, it makes sense. Let's say. See, Delaware would be proud of this shit too. Like world record hex nut soon to be ready in Texas because everybody wants to brag about that. It cracks me up when they're like the world's largest. Like I'm sure there's probably stuff like that in Delaware too, but it'll be like shit that is like really like just irrelevant. Like there's I thought it was kind of a neat idea, but they did like a world's biggest doctor bag. I don't know if it's still there or not. It's like kind of up in the area. I don't like I said I don't know if it's still there. But I was like, I mean, I get it, but like what if you sell it and someone else moves in who isn't a doctor? If you shut your practice down, then do you have to take the bag with you? Like I get why people do it because good promotion, but I don't even think people are really into Guinness like that anymore. Like like records, are they? It used to be like a big deal, but like they get, hi Mary, what's going on? But like they get like so specific on this stuff. Like once upon a time, it would be like the longest hurdle, the longest race, the longest. Now they're getting like you got to get like really specific and really inventive to really make it like work. So it'll be like the world's longest race jumping on one foot while chewing gum. Like you can literally set a record if you just think something like weird enough, like specific enough. Worlds, you know, there's people and there's people out there that are really into it. They literally wait and they'll look to see what kind of records they can break. And then they'll be like, oh, you know what? That's only 3 steps. I'm gonna do 4 steps this time. And then I'm gonna take the record. And it's like they used to like give a plaque and all this shit. I don't know what they do now. Like I said, the world's biggest pizza. Like I get it was a publicity stunt, but either way, that pizza that you gave away that day cost you like $10,000. And then if somebody comes in 2 days from now, because it's only put out once a year, so you only have the opportunity to do it once a year. But like if somebody comes out next year and makes a bigger one, yeah. And I said, guys, we're dual streaming, so if you hear me talking to somebody, ooh, I was gonna say I love this. There's a town in Michigan who apparently has the pasty Olympics. Oh, I was reading it as the pastry Olympics. I think my brain was hopeful. Yeah, I was hopeful. What the fuck is the pasty Olympics? The pasty festival? That's funny. I seen this one the other day, right? Like I seen this one on a different page the other day. There's a lot of people like if you have like an older house, look in the walls. Because apparently it was big during prohibition, right? Like which I said I wouldn't even think like checking the walls, right? Like I wouldn't even think they're finding it used to be common apparently for people to say like make a little hole in the top of their thing and then they would put like pennies, nickels, quarters, like it was like their private change jar. Which, like I said, I wouldn't have thought of that. I guess once upon a time, people didn't have bank accounts, so it was like you got to do something, you know what I mean? Like, and then I guess it counts as like extra insulation. So there's people that have gone to different houses and gone to like rip down a wall and found change in there. There's people that have gone, they have gone. There was actually one. I was gonna say there was one in Delaware. Lots of that in Chicago. Yeah, there's been other people that's what this one's about. Is somebody was ripping down a wall and found all this Prohibition era whiskey. I bet that's worth because you wouldn't think to, like I said, check in the walls. You know, I see on TikTok and whatnot where people will go and they'll like open up a wall to their house and there's like a stairway and they're like, the fuck, the fuck. Like sometimes people will just, hey, I don't want this attic anymore. Well, here, let's board it up, you know. And it's like, I walked through when I was looking at houses when I bought my house. I had like this really unrealistic fear that I was going to buy a house that was haunted. I had a really, really unrealistic fear just from watching horror movies. I was like, or I was worried that I was gonna move into a house that had like a body in the wall or something. Like just weird shit. Like I should have been worried about like what do the pipes look like? Is it leaking anywhere? Is there anything noticeable? My ass went into the house like waiting to see fucking Slimer and shit pop out at me. Like, and I said, one of the houses, oh my God, one of the houses that I looked at, right? And this is like super duper weird. It was a cute house. It was like this nice house. Like, it wasn't like crazy. Like I said, I don't need like an overly big house. I have like a medium sized house. I'm totally okay with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need that much space like that. Like I said, I have four bedrooms technically and two bathrooms, so it's like it's a decent sized house. It's not like crazy, and so when I was like going around and like looking at houses, there was this one house, and it was just like weird. Like it had a fireplace that was right in the middle of the living room, which I thought was kind of cool, right? I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I know they used to do that a lot in the 70s, like have that. But I was like, well, that's cool. That it comes with a fireplace, blah blah blah. But then we're walking through the house, right? And even the realtor that like took us there, like he seriously, he was like, the fuck is this? Like we're walking through the living room and we're squishing it. It's like we're walking on, like, it smells like cleaner in there, but the floor is like sopping wet, right? And we're like, so he goes around and he's looking because he's like, maybe there's a leak somewhere, like, but it was just in the living room. So we're like, we go through and he's like, this is weird. He's like, that floor, that he's like, I don't see a leak anywhere. He's like, but that's new carpet. And like in the bedrooms it had older carpet. Like it was just, it's something about the house was like off. I was looking years upon years upon years later, right? Because there's a law where they have to tell you if something violent has happened in your house or something, like somebody passes away, they legally have to tell you. Well, here's the thing, is if the person is just missing, they don't gotta tell you. So if it's Patty, what's going on? How are you today, darling? But like, so if somebody's just missing, you don't have to like disclose that, hey, the person that lived here last is just missing. Like, it's like a kind of like a loophole around it, right? And so, like, I mean, it's just, so I was years upon years later, I was sitting there and I was just okay, I'm getting a text message from my groceries. But okay, there we go. But so hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, hold on. They're getting my order now. They're shopping for me now. I love grocery order. Can I just say, hi Tyler, what's going on? Can I just say offhand, I love grocery order. But yeah, so I said years upon years later, I was just surfing online, right? And I looked and they found a body in a storage locker in Tennessee, right? And it, well, like when I was looking, there was a picture of the house in the newspaper, and I was like, I knew exactly where it was at. I knew it was this house. This house was very distinct. You know what I mean? So it was like, I was like, that's the house where I toured. They think, because apparently what they found, like the backstory behind this was, they found there was a big red, there was some type of stain. I don't know what it was. It was in the living room. There was some huge stain, right? So apparently what they did was they laid down new carpet, but it started to, whatever this substance was, started to come up through the floor. So apparently they had stopped over and dropped a whole bunch of water off to let it soak. I just hear what's going on. But let it soak. But yeah, so they found this woman's body. Like, so I'm like, if you could have seen the look, that was the look on my face as I seen that house. I was like, the fuck. Oh yeah, it's hit me like every single time, man. Like straight up. But we love TikTok Shop. Like it's literally been like every time for like the last week. And I'm like, I'm not even doing nothing. I'm hanging out. I abide by TikTok rules always because we love TikTok. See, that's why I put that up there. See, because I support TikTok shop so much that that's why I put the sticker up there. And if you look when you go in, it says I love TikTok shop. Like because we do, I buy stuff off of TikTok shop all the time, and I've never had a problem with delivery, and I've never had any issues. And I just love TikTok so much. I love TikTok so much. My God. Like, so that's why I say with all that, I knew my numbers were gonna be poop today because like I said, when it will take you off of it for a bit. You know what I mean? Like it'll take you off of it. So I'm like I knew I was like people that follow me or know me or have interacted with me, it might suggest them, but it's not going to put me, you know what I mean, where it needs to be to really get like people through. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. But no, that's why we love TikTok so much. Oh my God, things that would make me fucking lose my marbles, right? There's a video that's going viral, and it was, this is why I don't hike. Well, there's many reasons why I don't hike, but specifically, there was an elderly woman who she was being airlifted, but she fell while she was hiking, and she got airlifted off a mountain. And when they do that sketchy airlifting shit, it's literally just a cord, right? And they have you like in this basket, and they put like something over top you like a tarp so that way like shit don't hit you in the face. And I understand that the wind is very rough coming off a helicopter, and then if it happens to be a windy day too, they can't just like leave you there. But so there's a video of a woman who apparently she was like up there in age, and yeah, and apparently like it got, because it's normal apparently. That's weird. It's normal apparently for it to spin a bit because the fact that it puts out. But apparently this was like an uncontrollable spin. Like this was like a downright like like where people were like, "Oh my God." Like I would literally be like just screaming my ass off. Oh, thank you, Will, honey. I appreciate you. I do love it when people tap the screen. Tapping the screen is free. Hi, Will. How are you? Good morning, honey. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Um, all right, let's see. Dude, I seen this video that went viral, right? Cough, please. For what? I'm not sick. Yeah, but good morning. Hi, Fallons. What's happening? So, guys, I am dual streaming. If you hear me talking to somebody and they're not in your chat, I seen a video. This has nothing to do with this right now, but it made me think of this. There's a video that went viral like a few years ago, and it was a guy. Like this woman was coming home, and she was like, she could just tell something was off. If you cough, I follow. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. You ain't gotta follow me. It's fine. Like it's all right. Just relax it. What time do you go in? What time is it where you're at? Well, but so there was a guy, right? Like you know how like sometimes you can just tell like something's off. They always say female intuition. Some comments in this live were filtered. Dun dun dun. But so like this woman, she was coming home and she's like, man, this was when they just started getting into coughing audio for a donation. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, it's 10:30 here. I'm up in Delaware. It's 9:30 in Florida. It's 10:30 in Florida, right? I'm in the same time zone. Please, no. Like I'm right. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast. You're on East Coast time, right? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You're gonna be late. You need to keep an eye on your clock. I looked at the time wrong. Oh, gotcha. Numbers are tough, man. Numbers are tough. I can't blame you. I blame the numbers. But so there was this guy, and she kept coming home and just feeling like something was weird, like something. like would be moved just slightly, and she knew she didn't do it. And back in the day, nobody had like cameras. Everybody has doorbell cameras now. I've got like 20 security cameras outside of my house. I have them inside my house too. I have a doorbell cam. I can look anytime and see what my dog's up to. If there's anybody out front, it gives me a notification if anybody comes to the door, so I can look and go, oh, I'm not answering that shit. Or I can be like, oh, it's my neighbor. Hold on. But so this was like, so this woman actually took a camera, right? Like a physical camera. And she hid it behind something and put it by the front door. You know how there's a lot of doors that have the two glass panes, right? She set it up behind something like a new decoration she put up, right? And I said, people really didn't use cameras like this when this video was around, right? This dude came up and was licking her doorbell. Like he was when I say he was performing. And there's another time where you're just like that look on your face. Yeah, see, this is why I get great screenshots for my live, because I make stupid faces all the time. So, oh, I was gonna say, Manny, they're supposed to, when they go back into my neck, they're supposed to be taking more off. So I'm hoping that I will have a snatched jawline, because I've never had one before. I've always had a little bit of a, hi, Mr. Fafo, how are you? I've always had a little bit of I had a lot of a double chin before. Manny knew me when I was plus size. I'm still like borderline plus size. I said I got down to like 145, right? And it just kind of felt weird. Like I liked it. I liked the way, I think it looks good how it is. Well, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I said I'm like, I would be considered like thick right now. Like every great once in a while, I get a troll that'll come through that'll be like, "You're fat," and I'm like, but when you're plus size and you're online, right? Like I know we do. It's been what, like 5 years. I met you before I had my top badge. That was within my first 3 weeks of streaming. It's been almost 6 years, I believe, if not 6 years already going to. you know, but so when you're plus size online, like I said, I was at one point I got to the point where I was up 7. Yeah, something I said I've been doing this a bit, but I went through a point where they were giving me steroid injections on my foot, right? Because I listen, I got stupid bones, and I put on a lot of weight. That, and I really like food. I'm actually very excited today because my groceries. Guess what I'm making, y'all? I'm making a Rice Krispie treat cheesecake. Hold on to your seats. I know. Blow your newts off. I I could not be more excited. I said, and what's great is I still let myself have treats and whatnot, but I'm trying to be more conscious of what I eat, and like, I said I could still probably like maybe take off like 20 pounds. I said I got real low, and it just kind of felt weird. Like I actually I've had one dude my whole life tell me I was too thin. And it was like when I got down to 145, he was like, somebody needs to stop you. And I'm like, dude, I'm eating. I had weight loss surgery. Like, like, like what? Like, but so I really like food. I eat at home just about every day. I find that I put weight on if I eat out. Like if I eat out McDonald's or I eat out, like, but that's mostly everybody. I like to cook, and like I said, I like food. I like to bake, but it's not definitely my type. Well, that's all. That's awesome. I said I still got stuff I can work on as far as body wise and whatnot. But I got hips on me. I got like curvy and borderline maybe, but no, I don't know. So I said there's of course stuff I could work on, but I've always been very comfortable even when I was plus size in my own skin. Like it's really never bothered me. It's really never, because here's the thing too. There's a lot more guys in the world that are into plus size women than you would think. Like a lot. Even when I was plus size, I definitely didn't have trouble getting attention from men. Like being real, like you know what I mean. Like there's just a lot of guys that are into plus size women, and I said I think that's why like when people, I said I worked in an adult store for like 7 years, right? And Like I said, I did mine for health reasons. Like that was just straight up the whole reason I did it was health reasons. And I would have women come in, right? They're looking for, stuff to wear for their fellow. And it was just like, it was tough because every single woman would absolutely pick themselves apart. Like, absolutely. I'd be like, oh, well, this would look good on you. Here, I'll help you shop. You know what I mean? Like I said, I worked there for years upon years. And, I'd be like, oh, this one, oh, I don't think I could wear that. Oh, I've got too much cellulite. Oh, I don't think I could wear that. My tummy sticks out. And I would tell them all the same thing. Like, listen, girl, they do not give a shit. They don't. They don't care. They don't care. They've already chosen you. They don't care. I would question any guy that was like, that looks great on you, but you got a little cellulite. Like, you good? Most guys are just happy that somebody chose them back. But so I said years ago, I went through a divorce. It wasn't technically we weren't married. If Delaware celebrated common law, not celebrate, but recognize common law, it would have been definitely the cop. And that's what I mean. Is like you only get one set. Like, of course, there's stuff I could change. Of course, there was stuff then. But like I said, I've always been. Some women are very uncomfortable in their own skin. I've always been very, very comfortable in my skin, thankfully. And so, but yeah, just hearing women like pick themselves apart, like, and so I said years ago, right? I went through a breakup with my ex-husband, and I really hadn't dated much before him. I really hadn't. This is like in my 20s, you know what I mean? Like I dated here and there, but nothing like crazy. Like he was my first serious one. I had 2 kids with him. And we broke up, and I was talking to my best friend like on the phone, and I said, "How am I like?" Dude, at some point I'm gonna have to be undressed in front of somebody else. You know what I mean? Like like nobody else has seen that in like almost a decade. Like, and that's pretty much the advice she gave me, and it stuck. Was Renee? They do not fucking care. Like if somebody's gotten that far with you, they've already chosen you. They already said okay. But like most guys, they're happy somebody chose them back. You know what I mean? Oh, cool, cool, cool. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, cool. This hot chick's into me. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's just in general. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that I don't know. Like, I just think that I know that I hate hearing women tear themselves apart. So it's like I can only imagine like how men must feel when they tear themselves apart. Like, and I get it. Women are more critical of themselves. They're more critical of their bodies and whatnot. But like, and this is what I would tell people: you don't like it, look the fuck away. It's not your business anyway. Who cares? But like, see, there we go. There we go. I got restricted again. All right, guys, I got groceries coming soon. I'm sorry. Yeah, Manny, you tried to warn me. I didn't even think I was saying anything then. I was saying about body positivity. Okay, like I said, my mouth on here some days does not work well. Although I don't know, I've seen some people do some shit, and they've been like, "Cool." I barely like mention anything, and it's like, like it's literally restricted me every single time I've been live for like a week now. So I'm like, I hope my account sticks around. So, all right, guys. Like I said, I will a little bit. We love TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is amazing. We love it. We love it. So yeah, and I said the more it does this, the more it like hurts my numbers and shit. But that's okay. We're gonna keep rocking right along. I will be back a little later on, guys. I have groceries to get up today, so they're on their way. I will be back a little later on. I'm gonna get everything packed up and go get. Yeah, yeah. All right, honey. Like I said, I have groceries coming in a few, so I'll probably be busy with that. But then afterwards, okay. All right, love you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by to see me. Come by and see me again. Like I said, I'll be back on this afternoon. I'm gonna do some workout videos.